welcome to Garth Manor. In order to be a member of Alpha Sigma Rho, one has to do what?
To stay in Garth Manor one night.
And why is this night so special?
Because 12 years ago, Raymond Garth murdered his family here and then committed suicide.
And when the police arrived, they discovered a note written by Raymond Garth describing the entire gruesome act. But strangely, they only discovered 3 dead bodies. Andrew is still believed by some to be living somewhere within this house.
Hey, let's party! Quaaludes and Jack Daniels.
Oh my gosh. This is one radical chick. All right. Now the fun begins.
Hey!
Robin Hood to the rescue! Woohoo!
Everybody, my name is Gillis the Kid. We are back again, me and Mike, with another 80s horror movie review. This time we were at Best Buy and we found Hell Night. This is the DVD. This is what it looks like. It's the collector's edition Blu-ray plus DVD pack.
Right, in the combo pack, yep.
So
1981 was the year.
Yeah, 1981. It features Linda Blair from the Exorcist movies.
Right.
You'll probably know who she is. This was actually after the Exorcist, like a couple of movies after.
Right, and also too, if I'm saying it right, I think the movie, we did My Bloody Valentine a while ago. I think that came out. I don't know if it was the same year, 1981, or
yeah, it was around the same year.
It was somewhere around there. Yeah, I remember we were talking about that a while ago too. And also Peter Barton. He was in a movie too. He was the only other movie I remember him was Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. He played Doug in that movie. So if you've seen Friday the 13th Part 4 final chapter, he's in that movie. He plays Doug, one of the characters. Yeah.
Funny thing is, he also played in one of those soap operas, like The Young and the Restless, years back. He was pretty young in there too.
That's what I figure. because I don't know how old he is at this time, but he looks like a young guy.
I'm guessing they were all in their
20s or 30s. Yeah, 20s or early 30s. Yeah.
So Hell Night, basic slasher type movie. These pledges, well, they're going to be pledges.
Right, they're in a fraternity, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Sort of like a fraternity, and they're going to be initiated in the fraternity. But to do that, they have to spend one night in
Garth Manor.
Garth Manor.
Garth Manor. Yep. Yeah. For I think they said they had to spend like 6 hours, I believe. They said they had to spend like 6 hours or something.
Yeah, because it was already midnight when they got there.
Right, I think that's what it was. So I guess from midnight to 6 a.m. I guess so.
So it starts off. They're at the party.
Right, big get together. Everybody's partying, getting drunk.
Right.
Yep, that's pretty much what it is.
And you have what's the head guy's name?
Oh, Peter. Well,
Peter.
His character name was Peter. His real name is
I think it was Kevin something.
Kevin Brophy. Kevin Brophy. That's it. Yep. Kevin Brophy played Peter. He was the man in charge of the whole thing, who set up the fraternity. Right. Yep. That's it. Yep.
Yeah. Peter and his friend Scott.
Right.
He had the glasses.
Yes.
He was dressed up as the pirate.
Yeah. He was like his assistant or something. Yeah. He was like helping them out and everything.
He's got the bird on his shoulder.
Right.
Or the parrot.
It was a parrot. Yeah. It was more like a parrot or a cardinal. Yep. Nerd.
So they decide that it's time to take everybody to Garth Manor. And initiate the new pledges.
Right. And that's when he was telling as they were getting there, he was telling them the story about supposedly 12 years ago. There were some killings that were going on. I don't know if it was a member of the family, did he say?
Yeah, well, it was Garth, who was like the father.
Okay.
There's the mother, and they kept trying to have kids.
And I think they did. I think there was one, because they were saying they were pregnant or something. Right, and I think they were saying that Garth, supposedly he murdered them.
Yeah.
If I'm saying it right.
Every kid that they had
would die.
was like deformed.
Right.
So,
and one of them, right. And eventually you found out, I guess I'm assuming one of those kids was missing. Or a couple of them, well, actually you found out it was a couple supposedly that were missing. You find that out later on, so.
So, one night Garth, he gets tired of living with them, and he kills, I think he slits the daughter's throat, and then, he impales, the one kid with like the poker, or so the story
was
goes.
Peter? Yeah, it's hard to remember. Was Peter was talking about? Yeah, he was talking about how they were dying, right?
But anyway, the father kills the family.
Right, that's basically what happens. Yeah. And then supposedly the father hung himself. And then what happened? He you eventually found he hung himself.
Right.
And then, like as we said before, there was a couple that was missing. And of course, you'll find out later on in the movie as they spend the night. So and there's 4 of them. 4 people spend the night.
Yeah, 4 pledges. So you got Marty, who plays as Linda Blair.
That's Linda Blair. Peter Barton.
Peter Barton.
Yeah, Peter Barton. Oh, what's his name? Vince Van Patten. He plays Seth. He's the cool surfer guy. Right. He was the one that was. If you watch the movie, he was the one dressed up as Robin Hood.
Yeah.
He had the fake little 2 little mustaches on the side. And then you have Denise, who was played by, if I'm saying her name right, Suki something. It's hard to say her name, but she played Denise. So
we'll drop everything down to the description.
We'll have all the names down. So they were the 4, right? They were the 4 pledges.
Yeah. So basically 4 major characters in the movie. They get to the manor. Peter tells them the story.
Right.
And then he basically tells them that they have to stay until the early morning.
6 hours.
And then, he also tells them about the gate. So,
right. He tells them, and he explains the whole thing. He says he's got the key, so in case they try to they get out, they got the key, so you can't go anywhere. And he was telling them to look. If you look up at the gates, it's got the point, the points at the top. So he
told him the gate was unclimbable.
Right. That's what he was saying.
Funny thing is, when they got there, he has a gun, but it's he's shooting a lot. He's acting like he's shooting a lot.
Right.
But later on, you find out
they were blanks.
They were blanks. So he really opened it with a key.
He did, right.
Yeah. So he locks them in. Then everyone else leaves. I guess they all go back to the party.
That's what I'm saying. I guess they just go back and continue partying, getting drunk. The way it looks, because they were all still happy when they drove away. Right. So it looks like that's what was happening. So, but later on, But then, of course, later on, Peter and Scott decide to go back.
Right.
Because they wanted to have a little fun.
Yeah, they had the house rigged up.
That's basically what it was.
Like different wires and stuff.
Right. That's because remember. Right. That the agenda was they were trying to scare them basically.
Yeah.
Because remember, Scott had the I think he had the little box with the buttons. Remember, I think that's with the speakers inside the house. Right. Remember, you hear the woman screaming and everything, and they were all getting they got curious at first. But what's going on?
And then so they all go explore. And then Denise smuggles in, I think she had some drugs and booze and stuff like that.
Right. She had it like inside her...
what was that, like a little radio she had too?
She had a few things. She had
you're one jazzy chick.
She had the radio, she had the booze inside. She had all inside her body, for crying out loud. And then, of course, we found out Seth had the hots for her.
Right.
So eventually they go into the bedroom.
Yeah, they hit it off pretty fast.
They did, yeah.
They didn't even explore the place. They just went right up to the bedroom.
Well, before before they started to make out. Remember, she wanted to know what she did, what he did outside of the school and all that. Yeah. Telling her he was a surfer.
Yeah.
Because the guy's like, we're about to make love here. You want to know? You want to know my personal life?
It sounded like she had an accent too, like she was from a different country.
It did, yeah. I think the way she was talking, I caught on to that. Right. Well, her name is considered Suzuki, so maybe that explains why. I don't know. I figure maybe that's kind of one of those movies where you think they would hide those accents, though.
Yeah.
Like those actors, like Nicole Kidman.
Right.
She hides her accent. She did it in the movie Batman Forever.
Yeah.
She did it in My Life with Michael Keaton. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of actors that hide their accent.
Oh, what's his name? I was gonna say Hugh Laurie. Well, I was gonna say Hugh Laurie, from House.
Yeah.
Is it Hugh? It's Hugh Laurie. Right? That's his name. Hugh Laurie. He has an accent. So yeah. It goes.
And then so Marty and what was her boyfriend name? Oh, Marty and Jeff.
Right.
They were the couple.
Right.
They were the ones who actually like walked around a bit.
Right. Were they considered a couple? Because it looked like at first they were kind of just seriously, like not too much of a couple, but they were
right. They were together. They paired up because obviously there was only 4 of them. So,
right.
You know.
Right. They were exploring. Right, and that's when they heard the fake woman screaming and all that. Because remember, because even remember Sev comes downstairs. He has like his boxers on. He's like, what was that? I heard a woman screaming.
Like the heart boxers on.
I heard a woman screaming. I think he came up upstairs. Yeah.
It's funny because he made him scream like so many times.
Right.
It's like you gotta wonder, like, isn't that like fate? And then they found like the speaker on the 3rd floor, like, up near the window.
Right. Also, too, don't forget the other girl was with Peter and Scott too. Remember that girl, the one girl that was with that came. Remember? The one with the long hair?
Yeah.
Mary, is that her name?
Or, I'm sorry, May. May was her name.
Right, she was there too, because she was helping out.
Yeah. So, she was actually the first one victim to get killed. Yeah.
Right, she fell, well, no, what happened was one of the guys grabbed her by her feet, dragged her down
what's this hole here?
That's right, yeah, she tripped over the hole first, right. And a few seconds later, then finally you see the guy grab her, took her down.
Right.
And then, of course...
Well, Scott, he told her that, He was like, there's tunnels under this place.
Right.
It's easy to get lost, and it's for the ventilation. Right. So that's the hole that she fell down into.
And eventually, so she goes down, and of course Garth, I'm saying Garth, but one of the Garth family members, I guess you could say, takes the, was it like a knife or something, or a machete, and...
I think it was like some sort of an axe.
It was something, and
he grabbed her hair and
chopped her head off.
Her body falls.
Right, that's basically what happened. Her head was chopped off and her body was on the floor. So she was the first victim.
Yeah. So then they set up something near the window.
Right.
Because Jeff and Seth went upstairs to go check, like what the noise was.
Right. Is that when they found? No, was that when they found the speaker?
Yeah.
The speaker of the woman screaming. You're right, because they took. Yeah, because even Scott said too. Remember, so he's like, they must have found the speaker. They must have found it. So they had to do something else.
And then they found, they found like the wires and stuff. So that's when they set up. It was sort of like a projector.
Right, because that's when the zombie came in and Linda Blair saw the zombie. And she got scared at first.
She's trying to get out of the door.
Right. And of course when Peter Barton comes in, the zombie of course was gone.
Yeah.
Right, it wasn't going to come in. It's like there was a ghost or something. Or
and that's when Scott went up to
the roof.
They
were on the roof.
Set up.
Right.
It was supposed to be sort of like a dummy that he was going to throw over to scare him.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because they had a couple of those rubber masks too, or something.
And then Peter went to hide behind like the mirror.
Okay.
So, which is funny because he didn't even scare her. Like he had the light shining up to the mirror.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she looked in the mirror.
She just looked in the mirror. Like,
Denise did. Yeah, Denise did. That's right. It was Denise. Right, because she went. That's because she had the. I don't know. She went to the bathroom or something. And right. That's right. I was thinking about that. She saw her face look different. She didn't. Yeah, she didn't scream.
Shit.
Yeah, like she didn't like scream or nothing.
Back out because it didn't scare her.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was weird. That's right.
Well, she was so drunk. Like,
that's true. Yeah, she was wasted.
She was taking all those pills and stuff.
Yes.
So then her and Seth, I guess they had sex again. After that, because he went back to the room.
Right. He. That's right. Because that's when eventually he left. He went to the bathroom or something. Yeah. And that's when she disappeared. Denise disappeared. Because remember he came back, and when he got into bed, what did he see? He saw May's head. It was May's head. Yeah.
When I first saw it, I thought it was Denise.
I thought so too. Because because even they said Denise is missing.
Right.
Right. So.
Yeah. So Yeah, he put her head in there, and that's when Peter found Scott. He was calling him like, Scott, where are you?
That's right. Scott was he had his head twisted.
Yeah.
Right, because he just
that guy must have been pretty strong too. Like he just came up and back of him and just turned his whole head around.
I just remember that's when too with Peter. Remember that's when he said to Scott, he says like, well, you're really into doing this or something. You must really love doing these tricks or something. Remember, because I think
you're a little too into this.
Too into this, right? Yeah, because he had the lead. And finally he got his snap. Peter is gone.
He discovers
his body.
Scott.
He put the Didn't he put the rubber mask on him?
Yeah.
He put the rubber. Yeah. And then he took it. Yeah, he took it off. It was his head. Oh, jeez.
And then he started running.
Right.
There was sort of like a maze. It was
he was like
a hedge maze, as they call it.
Right, because you can see all the trees. Right, you see the trees and you see the path. You see like a few paths.
Mm-hmm.
So he was running. Right, so he was running around.
And then he's hiding, and then you see the guy with, I think he had like some sort of like a sickle or something. Because when he went like that, like it impaled him. And he was like hanging up in the hedge maze.
Okay.
And he's hanging there with the keys.
That's right, because later on you see him hanging around. Yeah, he's holding the keys as he was dead.
Yeah, so Peter and Scott are dead.
They're dead, right? So now it's just a matter of the people inside.
Yeah. So
Seth
Denise was freaking out.
Right.
And then
Denise was already dead.
He grabbed the gun and he went to run for the gate. That's when he said he was going to go get help.
Well, that's what he was telling. Right, he was telling them. Right, that's when he tried to go over. Then he ran to the police station. They thought, and they didn't believe him because they recognized too. They said, "Oh, so you're from that fraternity? You're from that fraternity?" Well, no. At first, he went to the school first. And remember when he got to school, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
All those people.
It seemed like there was no one in the town after that.
That's what I'm saying. They had that party and everything, and then when we got to school, it was like deserted. It was empty.
He was the only one that could climb over the gate.
Right.
Like he climbed up, and then you see Marty, Linda Blair's character. She's trying to climb up the gate.
She starts it right, but then she stopped.
Like he did it the right way. Like he wrapped his leg around.
Right.
He flipped the other one over. And that's how he.
Yeah, he still got.
How far did he run back though?
Well, he did get well. Remember, he did.
Seemed pretty far though. Was that like 10 miles?
Right, because he ran to the school, and as we said, nobody was. It was weird, like nobody was there. And as we said, then he went to the police station. As we said, the cops. That's when they said to him, "He's like, so you're from that fraternity, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, I think you better get out of our station right now," because he said, "Remember, we're gonna throw you in jail." And that's when he was getting ready to leave, and then he saw the room with the guns.
Right.
He got it.
He
took one of the shotguns. Yeah, and he went out. Yeah, and then he went out the window, and that's when he grabbed the guy in the car. Remember, he was like, "Get out of the car!"
Yeah.
I'm gonna call police. God, you do that? You tell him to come over to Garth Manor, and he drove away.
Which is good because I thought he was gonna like try and run back. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna make it in time. You're gonna have to like get a car or something.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm surprised he even went back there. I figured he was one of the kind of those guys that just would have ran for his life and went home and just barricaded himself in a room.
So again, he was a good guy.
Yeah, because he went back to help his friends, right?
If he wanted to, he didn't have to go back.
Yeah, as I say, I would have just stayed away from there. But yeah, I guess he liked those guys, so he went back.
And he went back knowing that other girl was gone too,
Denise.
So
Denise was dead. Well, eventually you find out Denise is dead too. Because remember back inside, when Linda Blair and Jeff. Remember they went downstairs. Well, eventually, first they saw one of the monsters. Yeah. And they chased them around. Then they went downstairs. Remember they the pick fork, and he stabbed them. Right. Remember he stabbed them. He put like a pillow rug on top of them.
Well, they were using the tunnels.
Well, you found that. That's when he found out because he put it on top, and then they said take it off, and that's when they took it off, and he saw the trap door,
right.
And that's when they went down there. That's when he says, "I'm going after him." Yeah, I'm going with you. No, you stay right here. And that's when he went down. Yeah, they went down. That's when he saw the room where he saw a couple of the dead, dead family members, and then he saw Denise. She was one of the bodies. So that's when they found
her neck. Did he like stab her in the neck or something?
It was something. It was like it was like rats or something crawling all over them.
She was like part of the family then.
Right. So the chase was on with them. Then, as we said, Seth finally made it back.
Right.
He saw. First he saw one of the other family members outside. Remember, he shot him. Remember?
Yeah.
Shot him a couple times. He kept falling in the water.
Yeah, he drove up.
Right.
And then you see the guy running on the outside.
Right.
So when he got to the gate, he was like, "What the hell? Like, how'd he get on the outside?" And that's when he followed the gate around to the side and seen that it was like bent. So he did all that trouble climbing over the gate when it was really a way like right on the side to get in.
And that's what he said, and that's when one of the members showed up, and he shot him a couple times. Because remember, a couple times he would get up and maybe get up again, and eventually
he had no
finally
shoes on either.
Nah, and then eventually finally did it. Yeah, it finally did die. The one because he shot him a couple times. Right, he finally died. He went back to the house. Yeah, because remember then he went inside. Remember he saw him up top. Remember he was like, I just killed him. I just killed him. He's dead. And then you see him disappear.
Why didn't he just take the shotgun and shoot the lock off? Wouldn't that have worked? Or I think the lock was on the other side. Because he had a shotgun, he could have just like blew the lock off the gate if he wanted.
I know. Well, I know. Because I think every time they would chain it up, I think you could either put it on the inside or the outside. So I don't know. It was confusing.
It was
something. I know.
Maybe on the other side.
It was confusing. But right, so then so Seth disappears, and you see the other member come out, monster member come out.
He goes in the.
In the court, you see you see in the court, you see the gun fall on the ground, and that's when
he comes in the house. He's like, I killed him.
Yeah, I killed him. Nobody believe me. Nobody believe me. I had to come back by myself. And that's when and then you see the gun come out.
Yeah.
And that's when Linda Blair says, I'm getting that gun. What are you doing? I'm getting that gun.
Well, he threw it out for bait.
Right.
Wanted to bait
as soon as she was about to grab it, they run upstairs. Jeez.
Yeah, these guys were just like whatchamacallit, like the people out in the woods that didn't wear any shoes. Remember, like a wrong turn?
Oh, okay, it was the wrong turn.
He had all of the dirty clothes and like no shoes on.
Right. Teasing grunts.
Similar to the people in Wrong Turn.
Right. So basically it was just down to the two of them then.
Right.
They were the only ones left, so they pretty much just had to run for their lives. Well, of course, like I said, Linda Blair she got a little brave at the end.
Yeah.
You know, she wanted to grab the gun and everything.
Because Seth never found out that Denise got killed. And they never showed him getting killed either. I guess he...
No, you just see, like I said, you just see when they pull them back and the gun comes out. Right. He just disappears. Right. He just dies, but you just don't see him. So eventually they go... Where'd they go? They went back outside. Then they go through the window. Did they go through the back window? And that's when they went outside.
The second floor window.
The second floor window, right.
And then she climbed up on the roof.
That's right. And Peter, well, his real name's Peter, but Jeff. That's right, because Jeff was about to go out, and that's when he grabbed him.
Picks him up and.
Oh, here is.
He threw him pretty far because he missed. He missed like the first landing and like landed like way out in the courtyard.
So she went down. So yeah, that's when she went down. And she saw Peter.
He tried
Jeff's
to grab
body.
her too when she was coming down the ladder.
Oh right.
On the other side.
Right. She kept kicking him. Right. She kept kicking him. Then she got down. That's when she saw Jeff dead on the ground, or he was on a rock or something because his head was.
Because she asked him. She was like, "Who did Seth kill?" Like there must have been two.
Right.
And that's when you find out there was actually two working together.
Right, because the one that Seth shot, and then you see the one in the house. Right. So she's on her own. She runs for her life. She gets in the first she tries to get through the gate, and that's when she saw Peter. Peter had that's when of course Peter had the key.
Yeah.
So she grabbed the key.
She ran back in that cage, that maze.
Right. So she tried to grab. She was having trouble with her trying to grab it out of Peter's hand. Finally, she got it.
Well, she knew where to run because they saw the light before. Remember, he said, "I see a light out there." When he was chasing her, she ran that way.
Okay.
And then, like, he fell on her, and that's when she seen the key.
Okay. Right. That's when she grabbed it, and then she Well, no, that's right. She did open it up. That's right.
Yeah.
She did open it up. She got into the car that Seth drove over.
And then it didn't start.
You're right.
Remember, she had to
turn a few times.
It worked perfectly fine when he got there. So why didn't the car start?
I don't know. So she finally starts getting ready to drive away. All of a sudden, the friggin' monster's on top of the car.
Remember, she went under the hood and she had the spark. How'd she know how to do that?
Maybe she's a mechanic.
I'm like,
another job outside. So she's driving on. Now she's driving around with the freak on top. And finally, she drives back, crashes into. She drives back, crashes into the gate. The gate breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Right, she drives around. Then all of a sudden, then because she sees because then she saw that the gate was broken and she saw the points were sticking out. So and even the monster looked up to
yeah.
He was like real slow.
Yeah, that was a pointy gate.
And then at long last, the monster, freak, whatever you want to call it, Garth man, dead.
Yeah, she, I believe she fell asleep.
Right, that's right, because remember, because it was the next day.
Yeah. She fell asleep or got knocked out. One of them.
Well, remember, she put her head down. Remember, the horn was beeping. Remember? Right, and finally she gets up, she gets out of the car. The guy's still
there.
Yeah, she gets out, it's like still standing there.
Well, if he wasn't there, then you know
he's still alive. And then she walked, and then she just gets ready to start walking. Yeah. She starts walking, and the picture pauses, and of course the credits come on. So she was the lone survivor. And there you have
She was the main character.
Pretty much.
Wasn't really much of a long movie.
No, it was 101 minutes.
Yeah.
And the director was Tom Sizemore, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Tom Sizemore. He directed a movie called The Chatterbox from 1977, and another one called The Concrete. We just talked about it. I forgot already.
It was The Concrete Jungle.
Concrete Jungle, right.
Yeah.
That was from 1982. Yeah, Tom Sizemore, if I'm saying it right, I believe. Yep, Tom Simone, I'm sorry. Tom DeSimone. It's Tom DeSimone. That's the name of the director. Yeah. So.
And this movie, I don't know what type of TVs you guys have.
Right.
I got the Samsung, the 4K. It'll tell you right here is remastered in 4K. And this movie now looks like it was made today, just by the remastering.
Well, even on the beginning of movie 2, on the screen, on the one of the warning, when they give you the warning and stuff like that, it even said some of the some from the previous film of the movie. They said there was maybe lines or something or whatever. They said they restored it all that.
Yeah.
And it's so now they said remastered for your
restored all the the lines.
The lines, right?
Some
tracking,
of the some of the footage that was cut out. So
I like that footage that was cut out. Extended stuff. Extended
it doesn't say unrated, but
but I mean the death scenes were they were intense. You see, you actually see them getting killed. They don't they're not about to die and they edit it out or something like that, because they did that on My Bloody Valentine, the original. There was a because they re-released that on DVD and Blu-ray.
The radical version or something.
Radical, and then they made an extended edition where you actually see them. You actually see them die. Same thing with Friday the 13th Part 1. They had an extended edition of that when you see the people like Kevin Bacon and all them dying it out. So they did the same thing with this one. So
I was trying to figure out what Friday the 13th he was in though. Was it Part 3?
Oh, you're talking about Peter Barton? Peter Barton, Part 4.
Oh, Part 4.
Part 4. Yeah. As we were saying, he played Doug. If you remember, he was the if you remember the shower scene.
The guy in the shower.
That shower scene, if you remember that, when he says, oops,
I dropped the soap.
Drop my bar of soap. Drop my bar of soap. And he starts gets his head cut right. Then you see Jason. You see Jason he puts his hand in the shower, puts him in the corner, and you see the blood. Yeah, it's the blood coming out of his chin, his mouth. That was something. He was also singing too because he liked that girl.
Yeah.
Not a good. Probably one of my favorite Friday 13th of all time too. That and Party of Jason Takes Manhattan.
And you figure all these movies came out around the same time.
All of them, yeah. I mean,
in the glory slasher days.
Yeah, I mean, Friday 13th. I believe the first Friday 13th came out in 1980, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
80, 81.
I'm surprised Linda Blair wasn't in a lot more you know, maybe like Friday the 13th or
more
something.
scary, right? The Halloweens. Same thing with Halloween. Well, the first one came out in 1978. Yeah, that's what you were saying. Massacre came out in the 70s. You know, of course, they did the remakes after that. As you know, we talked about that before.
And then you had The Exorcist, which she was well known for. I believe that's the movie that like jump-started her career. So,
it's usually what happens.
I think she might have been like 12 years old in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw them straight through. I'll have to watch them down the road. I mean, I know they did a remake a while ago too, if I'm saying it right. Recently,
yeah,
a couple years ago.
And they had I think it was like part 2 and 3 also.
Okay, that's like what Poltergeist. They remade that movie a little while ago too. A couple last year or a couple years ago before they brought that back too. Poltergeist, another.
But Hollywood, they haven't been doing very well with like remakes lately. So I don't know. I don't know too much about the remake of The Exorcist.
Well, all I can say is, you know, as far as good remakes go, as we talked about the Chainsaw Massacre a while ago. The remakes I thought were good. Yeah. The hit we didn't get into it yet, but the Hitcher. You know, they did the Hitcher. It came out in 1985. It was in the 80s. It was like 85, 86. Right. It had C. Thomas Howell. He was known from the 1983 movie The Outsiders. He played Ponyboy Curtis. He was in that one. Then they remade it in 2000. I think it was 2006. I believe 6 or 7, which starred Sean Bean. He was the Hitcher. Played John Ryder.
That was pretty good.
It was.
Yeah.
It's actually the same people who did the Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. I think Michael Bay and the company. I think it was Platinum Dunes, if I'm saying it right. So it was those same people. So that's why I thought it was good too.
This movie reminded me of a movie called Night of the Demons,
which we talked about them, or demons, or
well, there's demons and then Night of the Demons.
Okay, see, we did demons. We just did demons. We didn't do Night. I don't think we did Night. I think I'm saying. I don't think we did Night of the Demons yet. No. Right, but we did the first one. So
that's actually a movie. You know, we can probably get to in the future too.
Night of the Demons.
Pretty.
We got plenty. We could do Night of the Demons. We got the other Nightmare on Elm Streets. We could do the Friday the 13th. We got the Halloweens, and as always,
Halloween is not too far from.
That's right.
Not too far from that.
Halloween's not too far. And as always, if you have a request, of course, feel free to leave a comment below. And you know, if we have it, hopefully we will. If not, we'll apologize. But hopefully, if we have it, we'll talk about it.
I do get the request. So if we don't. Right. If we don't have a certain movie at a certain time, we'll get to it.
We'll try to find. Hopefully we'll try to find it. If you request it, might take a while, but hopefully we'll be able to talk about it for you fans out there. So,
right,
absolutely.
And I went to Best Buy. We actually saw this by mistake. So
we were just scrolling up and down the aisles. And we kid you not, this was actually the last one. So that's what we were debating. It was like, you know, so I said to him, you better get it now because there might be somebody out there that might want to buy this. So I said, get it while you can.
I like the cover art on this too.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, there's one of the monsters there, and Linda Blair screaming, and there's I
had it on VHS,
Peter Barton,
but it was kind of messed up. So.
Well, of course.
When I seen this on DVD, you know I had to jump at it.
Well, of course. If you're watching on VHS, you're gonna say, this picture looks crappy. Why is this picture all messed up?
I don't have a VHS recorder anymore.
Okay. So. Well, I have one of those VCR DVD players together at home where you can transfer.
Oh, like the double.
Right, where you can dub and you can transfer like tapes to DVD. Especially like home movies and stuff like that, you know, like from, you know, record your camera, like if you go to Disney World, that's what we used to do. So we usually transfer stuff to DVD. So even like old football games or baseball games, we'll transfer them all. So they're good to have too. So,
but I think we pretty much covered it.
I think we're good. We described. I think we talked about all the death scenes.
A lot of people don't know about this, so. Most people, when they think of Linda Blair, they just think of The Exorcist. So.
Well, I think if you're Linda Blair fans out there, I would give this a shot.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of her screaming, you'll get some screams. You'll get some screams in this movie here. Yeah. So definitely, I would definitely check this out.
Right in the intro of the movie too.
And even the cover too. She's like, So yeah, I would. I would recommend this for you horror fans, and I would check it out.
Movie.
So.
Yeah, pretty scary.
It does. It has its scary moments.
You're gonna get it remastered, so.
That's what we said before. That's what was good about a lot of the classic movies. You know, they're re-releasing them on Blu-ray, restoring them.
Yep.
You know, and for me, like, I love the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I love the Halloweens and Friday 13th, and then you know,
pick it up while you can.
Pick them up while you can.
Some of them go out of print, and then
you got to find them. It'll be harder to find.
Or you got to shop on eBay or something like that.
eBay, or if you go to, as we said before, you go to Amazon. Sometimes vendors sell them.
Yep.
You know, they sell them for the prices might go up. They might, or you can buy them used cheap. I mean, I'd rather buy new, but that's just me. So,
yeah. If she have any other movies, I'll look it up. But that's all I have.
I think we got it, man.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Hell Night, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell Night, 1981.
1981. Yep.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it if you want to watch some scary moments.
We will have some more coming up pretty soon. I want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. I'll get to the other requests, and we'll do that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I want to thank you for inviting me again.
Of course.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, once again, Hell Night. DVD, Blu-ray,
combo pack.
And we will catch you on the next one. Peace.